Welcome to my chat. So as we all know, I trade more of the gold market. Like I said before, the first thing we need to do is check the higher time frame. And the higher time frame is the monthly time frame. What is the overall trend of the market? The overall trend of the market from the monthly time frame is a buying trend. We can see some rejection right here. The market pulled down to this major zone area. You can see the market reacting around that area. And to the weekly time frame, this is the area where I showed in the monthly time frame. And I boxed this right here because there's a lot going on there and I don't want to be stuck. So right now, the market has not given a direction from this weekly time frame. We are still watching the market. So from this my box area, I'll wait for either it breaks down or breaks up above this box. Then we can get the direction of the market. Now from the weekly time frame, this is a support area. This is the support zone area. I have already marked it. So the first thing we do is check the higher time frame. We know what the overall trend is. Mark the major supports and resistance levels. So this is my major support area, and we can see that on that support area the market is reacting, and this is my resistance level for my weekly charts, my weekly time frame. Now let's go to the daily. That box, this is it, and the market is still reacting in the box. It hasn't given us a direction right now. From the daily time frame, the market is still consolidating, but from the daily time frame the market is in a downtrend from the reaction it made in the monthly time frame. Let's go to the 4 hours and see how to execute in that box. Now in the 4 hours we are going to be identifying the market structure. So after the market broke down this 4,500 zone area, the market had been making lower lows and lower highs. Lower low, lower highs, lower low, a lower high. It came here and make an equal low, which it also failed to make a lower low. So it made a lower, an equal low, failed to make a high. Now from this area we can see that the market is consolidating. It made a lower high also area at this area, a lower high, and we can see the market is consolidating at this area. So right now the market hasn't given us a confirmation. So what we do now is to mark our zones. At this area we have an order block. At this area is the recent order block that the market has made, and also at this area we have a supply order block. Yeah, and then we look for the recent fair value gap. I have a small fair value gap around here. That's the fair value gap we have around there. Yeah, so we look for liquidity areas, supply and demand zones, and the previous highs and low. This area is our recent supply area, or let's say our resistance area. I like to do that in a line so I know there is that area. Check previous market. This is corresponding with more areas to the recent. We have another one which is here too. This area is the major support resistance area, which was once a support in the past. But for my resistance area right now, I will take this area, and why I take this area as my demand zone, or my this is my major support zone, also my demand for the major market. But for the recent one I will come down to this area, and also this area should act as an liquidity area. You can see what the market did around this area. So this is also going to act as a liquidity area. Yeah, now we know the previous day high, which was last week Friday. This is the high for last week Friday, Friday 31st July. So let's just do last week high. This is last week high. Yeah, and last week low. So we're going to do last week previous high, which was last week high, and the low for the market. Yeah. So all we need to do is wait for confirmation, wait for a break of structure, wait for a change of character, and that change of character will be for break this recent resistance area. When the market breaks this resistance area, give a pullback, and we'll take it over to this other block. It's either market tap from this other block and give us a move to this downside, or because right now the market is still in a downtrend, we test the resistance and continue down, come back here again. If the market wants to still keep going down, we have to come back, retest this support area, and move to the downside. Now that's what market might decide to do, and it might decide not to do that. We don't know yet. All we need to do is just wait for market to give us a direction, or we wait for market to come into this support area, this major support area. This area, move up, retest this last week high, break over the resistance, retest, break the major resistance to, retest again, and break above it to make a support, retest it, and go. All we know is that we're going to wait for a confirmation. What I can see right now is that market is still in a downtrend and is consolidating right now around this area. So that's the first instance, is for a conservative trader, a calm trader who is not ready to rush any noise. We are either waiting for market to break this area or this area and give us a direction. But if we are to trade the consolidation, we are going to be going to the 30 minutes time frame, where we'll be checking for the previous day high. And I think the previous day high was Sunday, which is yesterday. This was yesterday's high. Market failed to break yesterday's high, and it came and gave us low today. So this is today's low for us to trade this market. So actually, market has actually covered the fair value gap area. So if we are to trade this, we are going to wait for market to break this low, then we trade it to this support area here. But for me, I won't be trading that because there's a lot of noise going right now. Because if you are to trade this, you see that market has given a lower low, a lower high, coming back to give a low here, or either break it down and give a lower low. But because I'm not sure if it's going to come and give a low again and go up again, come down again, we're not going to be doing that. You need to wait for the right direction. So, and that is all for me right now. I'm going to just watch the market and see what is going to do. Right now the market is very early. This is just 9:44 a.m. so we're not even sure what's going to do. Maybe later in the afternoon we'll come back and see. That's at the London session. We'll come back and see the movement it has given us today. And that's all for it, for the market. Also, we'll be checking the major news for today. Today is Monday, August 3rd. And the major news for today, we'll look out for the red one, which is 3 p.m. is the ISM manufacturing PMI, which is the purchasing managers index. So wait for the final results. Last week was 53.8, so It was high, it was healthy for last week. It was growing at a healthy pace last week. Now let's see what this week is going to make up of it. And so after the news, they will come back and look for an entry, wait for our confirmation, and we execute. But remember to protect your capital. Bye for now.